You've already explored 7 mythical creatures that science is now revealing to have real-life origins. But that was just the beginning. Our world is still full of ancient stories, of terrifying legends we can't quite explain. Could these truly just be products of our imagination? Or, in some forgotten corner of the planet, are they still out there, hiding from us? Welcome to part 2 of Mythical Creatures That Really Existed, where we continue our journey to uncover the truth. Number 8. The Kraken. In the folklore of seafarers in northern Europe, there's a massive creature said to drag entire ships into the cold depths of the ocean. They called it the Kraken, a gigantic sea monster with tentacles as long as bridges, capable of creating whirlpools strong enough to sink anything. This legend was passed down for centuries, but in the late 19th century, science began to find evidence that the Kraken wasn't just a fairy tale. Scientists started finding the remains of giant squids, a real species that can grow up to 13 meters long, and later, colossal squids, which can exceed 14 meters and weigh over 500 kilograms. The massive circular scars on the skin of sperm whales are believed by scientists to be the marks of battles with these giant squids. While the Kraken of legend may have been far larger, the existence of these real-world giants suggests that the stories of sea monsters could very well have originated from creatures that actually exist. Number 9. Sirens and Mermaids. Throughout history, sailors have told stories of beautiful creatures, half human and half fish, known as mermaids. And in Greek mythology, creatures known as sirens, who were half human and a half bird, used their enchanting songs to lure sailors to their deaths. Although these legends seem different, they both describe a mysterious hybrid creature. So what could they have been in real life? Some explorers believe these legends originated from sightings of manatees or dugongs from a distance. These animals have stout bodies and flippers that resemble human arms. While they don't look as graceful as mermaids, in the ocean mist or at dusk, a tired sailor might have seen a different image entirely. Even in his logbook, the explorer Christopher Columbus once wrote about seeing 3 mermaids in the Caribbean Sea. He later admitted they were not as beautiful as paintings, but he still believed they were mermaids. His descriptions, however, were very similar to a manatee. Could it be that the alluring songs of sirens were simply the sound of the wind or the calls of whales? Number 10. The Basilisk. In European mythology, there is a monster known as the King of Snakes. It is called the Basilisk, a tiny but extremely dangerous creature. Legend says that just by looking into its eyes, you will die instantly, and its breath can wither plants and crack stones. Some historians believe the Basilisk legend originated from observations of real-world cobras. When threatened, a cobra will flare its hood, stand upright, and can accurately spit venom into the eyes of its opponent, causing blindness or even death. Additionally, in ancient times, people also believed that some snakes could reproduce on their own, without a male. This lack of understanding, combined with the lethal nature of their venom, created a mythical creature capable of killing with just a glance. Number 11. Bigfoot/Sasquatch. In the wild forests of North America, countless stories have been told about a large, hairy, ape-like creature that walks on 2 legs. Americans call it Bigfoot, while Native American tribes call it Sasquatch. Thousands of people claim to have seen it, but there is no conclusive proof. However, paleontologists have found a prehistoric hominid that could be the source of this legend. It is Gigantopithecus blacki, a giant ape species that lived about 1 million years ago, reaching a height of up to 3 meters and weighing over 270 kilograms. Gigantopithecus is believed to have gone extinct. But some scientists pose the question, could a small population have survived in the most remote forests of North America? With 80% of America's forests still unexplored, could all the sightings simply be a misunderstanding? Number 12. Hippocampus. In Greek and Roman mythology, the hippocampus is a graceful creature with the front half of a horse and the back half of a fish. They pulled the chariot of Poseidon, the god of the sea. But this may not have just been a myth, as some historians believe this creature could have been a real animal. The origin of the hippocampus could be a combination of what people knew about seahorses, a small fish, and real horses. Ancient Greeks living near the coast often saw these tiny fish. Like their namesake, seahorses have a head that resembles a horse. They might have combined this image with the horse, an animal associated with power and grace. The result was a mythical creature symbolizing the power and mystery of the ocean. Number 13. The Taniwha. Taniwha are giant creatures in the mythology of the Maori people, the indigenous people of New Zealand. Taniwha can live in the sea, rivers, lakes, or caves. They are described as giant snakes, sharks, or whales, and are seen as protective or harmful spirits, depending on their relationship with people. The origin of this legend may have come from observations of real-life marine animals that the Maori people encountered. New Zealand is home to many large shark species, orcas, and seals. These creatures can be terrifying and possess immense power. Additionally, large, oddly shaped rocks in the water or whirlpools in rivers might have been explained as the actions of a Taniwha. By attributing these natural phenomena to a sentient being, the Maori created a system of belief to explain and respect their natural world. Number 14. Cockatrice. The cockatrice is one of the most bizarre and terrifying creatures in European mythology. It is a serpent with 2 legs, the head and wings of a rooster, and is said to be born from a rooster's egg incubated by a toad. Similar to the basilisk, it has the ability to kill with a single glance or breath. While there is no scientific evidence of the cockatrice's existence, this legend reveals something interesting about the understanding of people in the Middle Ages. At the time, people believed that unusual cross-species creatures could occur in nature, especially in rural areas. The combination of a snake, an animal associated with death, and a rooster, an animal of life and the sun, created a creature that embodied both extremes. It reflects humanity's fear of the unusual in nature and the need to give it a name to understand it. Our journey has gone through 14 mythical creatures, and each story shows that sometimes the truth is stranger than the legend. The things we fear, the things we revere, may just be a way our ancestors tried to explain a world that was still full of mystery. If you enjoyed this deconstruction adventure, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Concise Explainer so you don't miss our next video.